Hi, this is Michelle Van Etten, and we are here with Unstoppable Angels, where we turn our pain into power and become unstoppable. Today, I have the distinct honor and privilege of having Esther Wildenburg with me, and she is going to talk about her company and tell us a little bit about the ups and downs and things that you go through when you're running a huge corporation. She is the co-owner and president of Codebreaker Technologies. Esther, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. And I'm so honored to be here. You're amazing. So I'm excited for this moment.
Yay, I am too. We've been trying to get it together. There's
like everything. When you have a 2-year-old, it's very hard.
He's adorable too. I love watching him grow up. It's so fun. You guys are doing a great job of making sure everybody gets to see what's going on daily. So that's fun. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you're from.
I'm from the Netherlands, Amsterdam area. I grew up in The Hague, studied in Amsterdam, and most of my career was in Amsterdam. I traveled the world, see more over 50 countries. I love traveling. I don't like tourism. I love traveling. They're two different things. I like to meet new people, cultures, food, explore. And I enjoy just being in peace and quiet and zen in the crazy times of running a business. I think that's the best moment in time. And then I've been there for a long time. I was in dentistry as my first move in my career. Then I ended up in a really bad accident, was in the hospital for a long time, had 2 near-death experiences, and for a long time recovery and rehab. That actually put me in trajectory on personal development and growth. I decided that I didn't want to be in dentistry for several reasons. And then I ended up in corporate. Had a very nice career in corporate, and one day I woke up like, okay, if I make so much money for all those companies, I better start my own business. And so in 2008, when the market crashed, I started my own consulting company and my mastermind and retreat company at the same time. And I did really well. And then in 2013, I met Sherry, my wife, in Amsterdam. She was speaking at a huge conference from Success Resources with Tony Robbins and Robert Kiyosaki and Les Brown. And she was one of the keynote speakers. I bought her program, went through the training. I opened up Europe, crushing it in sales. So Sherry said, who are you? And I have to come back. So we traveled for a few weeks together through Europe, and we fell in love. And then a year later, I moved to the United States, sold my company, home, car, everything I had. Just with 2 suitcases of clothes, I entered to the US, and here I am. And actually Monday is our anniversary. We got married.
How many years?
We got married in August 8, 2015. So we got married on 8/8/8, and it's the Lion Gate.
Oh, nice. Yes, I love it.
So we're going to be married for 7 years, and in October we'll be together for 9 years. So, that is the best.
So you've said a couple of things that I'm going to have to take you back on, because you were going fast. So I'm like, all right, I'm like, you go.
I know.
You mentioned 2 near-death experiences. What happened?
I was in the ICU. I had over 30 blood clots in my body. And during my accident, actually, they missed an internal bleeding. And so when they sent me home with, a cast and some basic things, but then I didn't feel well over time. And I went back, and they kept sending me back, and it said it was between my ears. And I said, it's not between my ears. I really do not feel well. And one day I just fainted, collapsed. My girlfriend called the ambulance, rushed to the hospital. And when I woke up, I was in the ICU. So there were more than 30 blood clots in my lungs and in my veins, in my body. And so it was a very scary time. And then I had 2 moments where I literally left my body, and the machine was warning signs like this is not good. So what it did, I was a very long time in the hospital, months in the hospital to recover. And then a long time to recover in general, to get your health back, your strength, my muscles. I had a hard time walking, and a lot of things happened. But what I got out of it is like my near-death experiences were both totally different. They're really hard to explain. So that's always the tough part. Let me say it's beautiful white light on the other side with, you meet your guides and your angels and your protectors in this lifetime. And they gave me very clear message that I had to go down to the world. It was not my time, and that I had to impact women, power women, to step into their power at a young age and not wait until they get divorced or have a burnout or get cancer or a big loss or anything that is a major incident that's actually gonna wake people up to do more personal development and do actually the things in life they want to do. So I made that my mission. And so I've been working on it for a long time. So in 1998 was my accident. And then for 10 years, I did nonstop personal development workshops, seminars, mentors, coaches. I did programs to be ready to launch my program. I knew I needed time to even be ready to do that. So I worked hard in corporate, got up on the ladder, did all my personal development. And in 2008, I launched my consulting company for corporations. And then on the more personal side, what I really wanted to do is the coaching, the retreats, masterminds. And I still do that today. It's just under another brand name. So I am the co-founder, president of Coworker Technologies, but on the side, I own Empower, LAC, and Empower is spelled with AO for Alpha and Omega Women. So I empower Alpha and Omega women. I do retreats, I do masterminds, I mentor 7- and 8-figure income earners in several industries. Network marketing is hot because there are a lot of male trainers in the industry, but there are not that many female trainers or mentors. So that's more behind the scenes thing I'm doing. I'm also consulting with executives of multi-million-dollar companies that want to mostly advise on emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence, and how to get their people back onto the office and just move into a next phase after COVID, right? We have to, before COVID, how we ran a business and our mission and vision, and then companies are switching how they work, and people have different expectations, and then a lot of companies, their mission and vision is changing right now. So that's in a nutshell, real fast.
I love it. One of the things that you said a lot of, like, again, I want to pick a little bit of that apart. What was one of the biggest challenges you ran into during COVID? You were running your business one way. I know you guys were doing a lot of retreats and a lot of events, doing
a lot of things. Yeah, I think most of our revenue came from speaking engagements and doing live events, in-person events. Good, thank God in 2019, we already switched it to become a tech company. So we launched our AI and our lead generation technology and our virtual training platform. So we already had that set up without knowing COVID was on the way, right? I think that for the business wise, the pivot was moving everything to our tech and doing all our events virtual. But that was, to be honest, not the hardest thing, but you just have to switch, your perspective. But I think from a social human perspective, that was for me the hardest, not being social, not being around people, not seeing friends. I didn't see my family for 1.5 years. They didn't see Kai the first year of his life. Then my soul got really, like angry about what's happening in the world. So I had to manage my own emotions and feelings around it. And then talking to people that there's this loneliness and sadness and depression. And, I think the impact of COVID, I think the results of the lockdown are way more, I think they're worse than COVID.
Oh, by far. I agree.
But nobody talks about it. That's the sad part. The sad part is that everybody's still so occupied by the COVID conversation and the vaccine conversation. And now it's monkeypox. And then who else, what else they're going to bring to us? But the real impact is massive divorce, abuse at home, suicide, lack of socialization, terrible communication. If you look at teenagers or even younger, I think we have a huge problem that I don't know how we're going to solve this. We're very committed with our company because one of the main things we do is communication, but it's like, I'm not sure.
I had to bake rack my daughter during that time.
Yeah.
She went literally, like, she had a thing happen in her life at a young age. She had somebody die, and it was a tragic incident, but she went off the rails completely. And I had no choice. And then I realized that since it's COVID, nobody's actually helping her. So then I had to fight to get her back. I'm like, give her back to me. You're not going to talk to her. But she was good enough that I could get her back. And now she's just the sweetest thing in the world. I guess she just had stuff she had to go through. And I know that while COVID was happening, you guys were having a baby.
Yeah. Speaking of which, was like, of course, when you have a baby, it's a huge impact in your life to begin with. He was born 10 weeks early. And with all the COVID rules, we could never be in the hospital together. So the whole delivery and then the NICU, it was like, we didn't see each other for 6 weeks, just passing on the road, waving to see Kai. We did skin to skin, each 4 to 5 hours a day. So we had 10 hours a day laying on our chest. So, we're very committed. And then he came home, and of course there was no nanny to find during COVID that was willing to come to our home. No help, no friends. And so you pivot a company, you have a baby. And so, and then the socialization. So nobody could meet him. The baby shower was virtual. Like everything was like, you have this happy moment. And then it got like this big dark cloud of COVID got over it. But it also, I told Sherry, it also has been a blessing. Because we have been traveling so much, we were never home. Because of COVID, we were actually home and spent every day with him, all day with him. So I think for his foundation, that is the best thing we could give him in the first place. So
definitely, he won on that one, big time. Yeah. That was an experience. You're pivoting your company. You're doing everything else. You're spending all this time, because I remember he was so tiny and in NICU and everything, and now he's just a big old boy. He's adorable too. Kai's sweet. So you're doing all this. Tell us about your company, because the people on here, not everybody will know about your company.
So Codebreaker Technology is based on the bank methodology. Sherry, my wife, joined network marketing more than 2 decades ago, and that's where she realized that she was not great in sales and she needed a solution. She went back to all the assessments she did, DISC and Myers-Briggs and the color code, and you have all the gems and the animals, right? There are millions of them. And then she realized like all of them are about me, but none of them is about my customer and why they buy. So she did research, it didn't exist, and then she made it her mission for herself to create a system so she could actually find out what the buying behavior is of her prospects. And so she started to take notes on 3x5 cards when she had conversations during her network marketing time. And then she got results, right? She went from 72,000 a year to 500,000 by using her own system for herself. Then she actually trained 200 people in her downline on her 3x5 card system she created. And before she knew it, she went over $1 million that year, because now her downline knew how to do the same thing. And then she realized, I'm onto something very big and special. And she made over 2 million a year in network marketing when she left the company. Then she got sued, because sometimes the bullying happens there too. They were afraid she was gonna build a company as a competition. All the way to federal court. Sherry ended up living in a storage unit for 18 months, peeing in a bucket, membership at the gym to shower. And she lost everything in the process of the lawsuit. She won the lawsuit. And during that time, she created the bank system in the storage unit. She recorded the first CDs of bank in the storage unit, and then got invited to Super Saturdays of network marketing companies and started to sell the CDs. And in a few months, up to a year, she did 500,000 in sales and selling CDs. So,
wow. Oh, I got chills.
Yeah. So that's how the company started. That was in 2000. I think Sherry brought it to market officially in 2012. And then there was traction and people started to hear about it. And then the big Success Resources international speaking company with Tony Robbins and the Sharks, and then international Robert Kiyosaki and Sir Richard Branson, all those guys. Sherry got picked up to speak on those big stages. by the end of 2012, beginning 2013. And that's when I met her in 2013 when she was speaking on all those big stages around the world. So her mentors like Robert Kiyosaki and Les Brown, now she was sharing the stage with those guys. And that's how we built the company, speaking on those big stages, getting people to buy the product, then do the fulfillment on the training. And then they wanted to become certified trainers. And then we launched in 2020 our certification program to become a coach. So that has been the journey. And of course, that is how we have been speaking at network marketing conferences, industry conferences, and then the open big conference with Tony Robbins. That is how we used to build the business. And then, of course, we already knew a long time ago that we had to come up with a virtual product because we're international, so many countries. Always the live fulfillment is exhausting. So we recorded a lot, started the tech in 2019 and 2020. That all fell away. So now we had to come up with everything we had virtual and tech. And it actually was good for us because a lot of network marketing companies now had distribution issues or shipping issues or fulfillment issues. And so several companies hired us or partnered with us on the technology side, or even consulted with us on helping them grow in a time where there is not all the products, but still people can have a digital product. So it worked for us actually in a positive way. It was not easy. So I make it sound easy, but it was a really hard time. I can tell you, I don't want another 2020 and 2021. So
you're like, no more. Thank you. I've already got my t-shirt on that. I'm done. No, I completely understand. I'm with you on that. 2020 and 2021 both stay in the rear view.
Yeah. So bank has been always the heartbeat of our life, our company. The bank methodology is based on 4 personality types, blueprint. There's people that are inside the box, very structured, very focused on the budget. They don't like change. They avoid risk. They have the actions, or the mover, shaker, millionaires, makers. No matter what, they see opportunity, want to make money, and just do great things in life. Then you have the nurturers. They love people, relationship, impact, harmony. They are the glue of any organization. Network marketing has a lot of them. And then the knowledge that are basically the endless learners, researchers, and data specialists. So yeah, that is what we teach. And it's all based in buying behavior. So our AI predicts buying behavior literally in a nanosecond. Our assessment is literally less than 90 seconds. And actually it's mostly more like 30 seconds. It's a very fast assessment. Then you get it. What we're unique in is all the other assessments, you get a report about you, how amazing you are. We do that too, but we send to the person who sent the assessment, so basically the salesperson, also a report about their prospect. Hey, this is their bank code. This is how to communicate, negotiate, and close the sale, and follow up with them to either help them buy the product or recruit them in your organization. So that is where we're unique in the market. We are the number 1 in the market in the assessment world right now, because we're the only one also who created AI and lead gen technology and virtual training platforms. Like DISC is not even a company. It's just an assessment distributed by some organizations, but it's not even a company. So we were up to something very special, and it has only been growing. And so I think during COVID, people became a little bit more aware of the girls.
Yeah, you guys grew all over the place. And the fact that you guys stayed on top of it, like every day, pretty much doing live videos and, you know, continuing and keeping people like, seriously, I looked forward to it because there wasn't much going on. You're like, okay, well, can't do anything today. What are they doing? Let's go see what they're talking about today. You know,
I did for a long time the Facebook Lives, and then with Kai, it became way more difficult. And I also my messaging was intense because I was very opinionated my way on my side of the camp. And sometimes I got very ugly messages afterwards. I decided maybe it's not a good time to do this. So, you know.
I kind of got that too a little bit. I'm a little opinionated, but you know what? It's those opinions that I like. That's what I want to share is people's journey and their like how they see things. I think
when you're awake, when you're enlightened, when you're personal developed, right? I have since I think mostly my personal event started right when my accident hit in 1998. There is not 1 year I didn't go on retreats, hired a coach, read books, and just grew as a human being. And I think the more you're personally developed and the more successful you are, the more awake you are. And I've seen it in our friends. I think they're all awake. So, it's for all the same level. And I'm also a believer that people have their own rights of their body and their mind, their thinking. Yes. Freedom of speech, freedom on how to use their body, how to show their body, if they take a vax or not a vax, if they do an abortion or not. All this stuff should not even be up for anything, in my opinion. But most people who are not evolved are just following the mass media, and they don't understand that the government has an agenda, and that big pharma has only one agenda: is that make you sick, and not
they can give you more drugs.
Give you more drugs. And then if people just would pay attention to the commercials, right, on the medication, you see this beautiful video of a family happy in the grass or on vacation or playing with the kids, and it's like, ooh. But then you hear all the side effects, like, why in the world would you take that medication? Because now you either want to commit suicide or you have a chance of dying or getting cancer, but it's going to help you to get rid of your little itch. And like, I know what you're talking about. I know. I'd rather have an itch than that I want to commit suicide by taking a pill every day.
But you might not scratch anymore.
You don't scratch anymore because now you just want to kill yourself all the way. The scratch becomes like this. So it's just, when you understand the agenda of the government and the financial world and pharma, then there is just no way then seeing hello.
Yeah.
All booby trapped, and you all stepped into it, and there is no way getting out. That's the problem now we have. So
how can our listeners learn more about the AI technology and how that they can be using this in their stuff? Where can they locate all your information at?
On our website, codebreakertech.com. There's all information on our products. Our lowest products is $19, all the way to our trainer certification for $25,000. So we have for everybody something. Our tech and our starting product starts at 19 or 49 one-time purchase. And then we have a subscription model, either $29 a month, $49 a month, or $99 a month. That includes the AI, the assessment lead gen technology, where people can crack their code and you get exactly how to communicate with them. And then we also have our virtual training platform with more than 50 hours of training. That's in the $99 a month, where we always add new content every month. We share bank through the lens of networking or customer service or attrition, sales, marketing, social media. So we have every month a different topic. We try to tie it in with what's happening in the world. Is it holiday season or is it Valentine's Day? So we create some topics based on what's happening and important days and moments in a year. So that, it's good. And then when we partner with companies, then we have tier pricing and bulk pricing, and that's the most interesting. I recommend for companies to do, and not but because we talk to companies and now we don't want to do it, and I realize that how many of the distributors are buying it directly from us, and then like, oh, maybe we should talk to the girls.
Like, maybe it would actually be beneficial for us to do it this way instead.
Let's do a deal. Yeah, codebreakertech.com is where they can find anything. And if they want to know more about my retreats or masterminds or my mentorship for 7- and 8-figure income earners, they can just send me an email or send me a private message on social media.
I'll get all your information for everybody so that they have it, and they'll be able to, in your bio, it'll have the different links for where they can get to information on you. Do you still have where they can break their code?
Yeah.
Where is that the same place where they can just go in and break their code?
It's either on the website or I can share a link.
Okay. I know that might be fascinating for someone to go in and be able to see what their code is.
Yeah, there are 2 links to use. One is it's crackmycode.com and then /Esther. And I think it will redirect to my.bankcode.com /Esther. So crackmycode.com /Esther. And it probably will redirect to the new link with the new updated report. So we have it also translated in several languages.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're international. We have clients in more than 100 countries, and then we have big contracts. We've got one in Europe with gas, Shell and oil. We have network marketing companies in Dubai and here in the US. or partners with, and then we have clients everywhere. So we translate in about 8 languages right now, and we're gonna add 2 more. So
Nice.
yeah. So that will
That's
grow.
keeping you busy.
It's everything is a lot of work. People just log in and think, oh, this is cool, and then they don't see how many hours, days, weeks, months, and how many millions of dollars is put into that to even put it there and make it look good. So I'm excited because
part especially.
we know we're on the innovative side in the world with what we offer with our tools, training, and technology. Also with our mindset, the future is really going to focus on emotional intelligence and spiritual intelligence. I just did an interview on, I think it was Tuesday. I just posted it on spiritual intelligence in the business. It's going to be a huge topic, especially during recession. So I mentored Shell on spiritual intelligence in the business. That's why they hired me. So, and then I did a whole bank training for them, and now they're using our assessment. So, you never know how a conversation leads from one thing to another. I know that everybody is looking for a new solution to get people more connected, to understand people better, and also how to get them to come to the office or hire the right people so they don't walk away in the first 90 days, because that's the trend too, like the big resignation that's happening, not just in the US, it's everywhere. People are not willing to be treated as they have been treated before COVID, right? People realize there's a better way, and I'm actually happy being home with my family and enjoying life. So if you don't treat me well, I'm out.
Yeah, isn't that, and there's some ways to look at it. And like right now, when you could go to a restaurant, there's nobody there. Like there's no servers. There's no showing up to work. A lot of it, they're like, airports, we can get paid for free right now, so why would we come into work? I mean, and so you've got that side, and then you've got employees that are like, look, we've ran a whole entire corporation from our house. Why do I have to go to an office now?
Yeah, that's the same with Shell. All their big office buildings are like empty. They have a hard time getting people back, because now in the beginning it was hard. Everybody like, I don't want to be home with my family 24/7 and my kids and homeschooling. Yeah, but everything that lasts longer than 90 days, now it set in as a change. And then I think after 6 months, people were so comfortable. And then of course it lasted almost 2 years. And still there are a lot of companies let their people work from home, and some offices just closed, and some are trying to open up again. And yeah, there's a whole world shift happening. And I'm happy that we're helping a lot of companies and a lot of entrepreneurs and singlepreneurs and a lot of single moms.
You're at the forefront of this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I always look at it and I'm like, with every challenge, it just means that you're getting ready to hit that next level and that next level.
So that's what we talked about. Like now we've been challenged a lot the past 6 weeks. Like that, we're clear. We're ready for the next level. Okay, let's go.
You're like, we've gotten our challenges out of the way. Now let's go. We're ready.
It was like literally one after another. And I was like, oh no, but the challenge never comes alone. It's always in threes. So I know when the first hits, then it's just waiting for the second one, and then just forward, and then
what are one of your favorite quotes?
Stop taking advice from people more messed up than you.
Great advice.
Because I have seen so many people pretend they're a coach or a mentor or a speaker, or a great salesperson, but they just screw people left and right. There's a lot of greedy people. There's a lot of people pretend they know because they went through it themselves, but that doesn't make you an expert. So it's the same if sometimes family, friends, or people for a long time, they tell you not to do things or do it like this, and they've never done it themselves or never made 6 figures or 7 figures or 8 figures, but they're gonna tell you how to do it. And
I like that. That's a great way to end it. It's true.
I have a lot of great quotes, but I think that one always sticks with me because I've met too many people along the way. Right.
Yeah, mine is just keep your ego in check.
Yeah.
Because people ego is the enemy. It really is.
It's the enemy of abundance, humility, connections, relationship, currency. That's why I always talk about the 4 levels of wealth. A lot of people are stuck on level 1 money. Everything is about money, making money, having money, taking money. And even multiple 7 and 8 figure income earners are stuck at level 1. So when you can get to level 2, where you really care about people and relationship, currency, and helping others, I think you're on the right track. And the level 3 is sharing your knowledge in the form of wisdom. And you don't always have to you don't always have to ask money for it. The more people you help, the more will come to you. So I truly believe that. So share your wisdom, share your knowledge, share your story, because there's always somebody that needs to hear what you have to say. And then the last level, spiritual, that's totally my thing. Really connect with the source, connect with your soul, and live your soul purpose. And then if you're consistent, persistent, then there will be a flow of abundance in every single way coming to you. So that's what I talk a lot about. And I think that is the message for the world right now.
I'm definitely with you on that. I like it a lot. The spiritual intelligence is, I think, definitely the most important. And I see a lot of people on the money level too. Me, I'm just like, I want to be around people. I want to help people. I want to do things, but I want to keep connected.
Money is great. Like,
like I stay connected at all times. Like that's
yeah. Money makes your life a lot easier, more fun. Let's be honest. But it's not everything. So if you can find the balance on, but I truly believe money will come to you when you do the right thing and help people. Of course, you have to be present and be ready to receive and do all the things you have to do, right? You cannot just, some people are just meditating, praying all day, but then money is not coming, right? There has to be some action attached.
You gotta have action.
Yeah, you have to put the work in.
Nothing happens without action. It's like, the people like
they have to take action. There is no question about it. And you have to
Thank you so much for this interview today. I am so glad to have you on Unstoppable Angels. And until next time.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm proud of you. Keep sharing your message and impacting lives. And I'm happy you have a great friendship.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.